we are at home at Atlanta versus the Atlanta Hawks. We won our last game in domination over the Denver Nuggets after they beat us 59-56. We ended up beating them 48-63 in a dominant performance defensive wise. We are currently first in the conference. We're 11-5 our record. Atlanta's 13-5. Obviously, they played more games than we have to this point, but that part doesn't matter. Today, we are going to take on the Atlanta Hawks. Finally, we faced the Eastern Conference team. Okay, we played Boston. We played Brooklyn and Boston in the beginning of the year, but that's in, of course, 76ers. But we haven't really played against Eastern Conference teams. But so let's go ahead and get this game underway. Atlanta's pretty good. So this is gonna be an interesting game. Of course, the coach of the Hawks is a former Spurs coaching staff. So here we go.
Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Well, for Atlanta, the results have been excellent for them over the first half of the season. And it has to be said, they're not showing any signs of slowing down anytime soon. Guys, let's dig into some of the players who might be, less known to the viewers and talk about some of the more underrated players in the league. Who would be your picks? Underrated guys.
I like Paul Millsap. He's underrated. I think his value to the team. There's a bunch of guys on that Atlanta team that's underrated. Teague and Millsap. Markieff Morris down up in Phoenix, man. A lot of people, because the Suns aren't in the playoffs, they don't get the opportunity to see how good a player he is. And Shaq, who do you think?
Well, I'm gonna go with my underrated starting five, Ronnie. At the point, I'm gonna go with Isaiah Thomas.
Ooh.
At the two, I got Goran Dragic.
Wow.
At three, Kawhi Leonard.
Wow.
4, Draymond Green.
Okay.
And 5, my guy, DeMarcus Big Cuz
How
Cousins.
can he be underrated? He made the All-Star team.
And how can Kawhi Leonard be underrated
default.
when he was a Finals MVP?
He's not
By
underrated.
default, he is underrated because we don't talk about him a lot.
Well,
Who doesn't?
We don't.
Okay.
We do.
They're not commercial guys, meaning they don't have TV commercials. I
So
agree.
they're underrated. Nobody knows about
Those
them.
guys could sell products,
I
man.
stand corrected again.
Yeah, well, get used to it. We'll see you next time.
Should put them on the cover of 2K.
Not going that far.
Alarms go off when I enter the building.
It's home to the Alamo and the Spurs. As we bring you an
All right, guys. So welcome to the 17th game of the NBA season with the San Antonio Spurs, as the Spurs take on the Atlanta Hawks. The second consecutive game and a beatdown of the Denver Nuggets. And Atlanta looking to keep their impressive record at 13-5 rolling. San Antonio looking to improve to 12-5. So here we go. Tip ball and couldn't get the ball, but that's okay. So Jeff Teague, Paul Millsap, Stephalosha, who's a great defender himself.
For the Atlanta Hawks. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague out there with Kent Bazemore, and it's Stephalosha in at the small forward. Just 3 to shoot, and here's Millsap from the arc. No luck. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
And remember, they won both games in this matchup last year. No small.
All right, well, they got me a block on that one.
In their respective conferences, guys, you want to be at your best against top caliber competition.
Parker outside. On the wing, Green. Offline with his 3. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good.
Spurs give up a quick jumper.
As he operates from that spot on the floor, he was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. And Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard with the 3.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Here's Millsap. That's good. And so Teague with the assist.
All right, so Atlanta could put points up on the board, so we gotta be on our game in this one.
And the deciding
Oh,
factor in that one was their
I
successful
almost
score. I
lost.
mean, they just hit big shots time and time
Oh,
again.
don't let them get behind you.
Just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
Wow.
And he gets the bucket.
All right, we're gonna have to get into this game. We're kind of slugging to get out of the box here.
Parker passes to Duncan. Inside runner. The shot is
Duncan
good
with the bank shot
Duncan's got
there.
his first 2 points of the night.
Just too dominant in the low post to let him have the ball in that close.
Really simple opportunity for him. I mean, that's his bread and
All
butter.
right, Parker
there.
with the foul.
The call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And T, here we go. Here's Millsap. It's blocked by Duncan.
Oh, Duncan with the block.
Parker outside. Dishes to Aldridge. Leonard on the wing. Parker outside. Fades. But they'll get another chance.
Oh, Kawhi Leonard with the thunderous rebound to end it with the big dunk.
That's a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
Aldridge with the rebound there. Oh, back it out.
Parker kicks to Green. Off target with his 3. The Hawks have gone 3 of 7 from the field.
Watch the defense.
And guys, you hear about how the Hawks are the joke.
Oh man, his defense.
Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta.
Lets it go from deep, and that one's good.
Danny Green with the 3. Spurs up 6-10. It's been a sloppy first quarter.
Fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off. So why not?
Horford with the screen on Leonard. Here's Teague. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the
Timeout,
right
San Antonio.
On for Coach Budenholzer, Greg. He did spend 19 years with the Spurs, so it makes a lot of sense. Clarkie won 4 titles during his time there in San Antonio.
And Kevin, you can really see how he's adapted and brought the motion offense over to this team, and it's worked well for the Hawks.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Millsap. Hardaway comes in for Cephalosha. Justin Holiday's checked in for Kent
Hey,
Bazemore.
Mills.
And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Hardaway.
Look for Hardaway. Off the left rim.
Nothing there.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Mills.
Man, I
The Hawks
missed
trail
the
by 4.
easy layup.
To the wing on the left. Here's Schroeder.
Got hit
9 seconds
and
left
to
here in
get
the first
momentum
quarter.
build up
San
against
Antonio's
us.
gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. He dialed that one.
Ginobili with the 3 from downtown.
Ginobili's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Schroeder kicks to Hardaway. Now here's Schroeder. He's covered by Ginobili. Schroeder passes to Horford. And the first shot of the night for him missing. Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 12-4 run. Ginobili kicks it to West. And here's Anderson from the arc. Rebound Atlanta.
Man, that was a good shot.
Here following the win against Memphis.
Nearly flawless offensively from start to finish there, and really just an impressive win.
Yeah, really balanced team. We saw a little bit of everything from them, and just about all of that everything we saw worked.
Oh, couldn't get it. But the Spurs lead at the end of the first quarter, 15-10. San Antonio putting it on early on the Atlanta Hawks.
The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And a chance now to hear from Paul Millsap talking about the confidence of his team.
You know, our attitude approaching the game has been, you know, we can beat any team in this league. You know, if we work together and, you know, put everything into play, you know, we'll be all right. And that's the kind of attitude we've been having. You know, that's the attitude we have to keep.
Greg, it's got to be more than just attitude, right? I mean, ultimately, don't you have to have guys step up and produce in some cases or even overproduce?
All right.
Really,
start of the second quarter, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, those are the two elements that if you bring to the table, you really will have a chance to beat anyone. And so don't
Simmons
discount
with the
that
jump shot
attitude
there.
on a roll. They call it getting your swag on today. Back in the day, it was
almost a bait.
Working. So same thing, and you can ride that for quite a ways.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And looking at what we've seen from the
Nice
Spurs
shot
so far,
there.
guys, what do you think?
By
It's just
Stefalosha.
been a long-range battle for them, and one that they're winning right now.
Yeah, sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Schroeder and Bazemore are the guards.
Tony Parker with the three. San Antonio up by 8 early in this game.
At the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And Tony Parker, at least some of his success can be attributed to playing with
Bad
talented
defense
bigs.
by
I mean, in
Boris
his rookie
Diaw.
season, he plays with both the Admiral and Tim Duncan. He kept that partnership going with Duncan for several more championships. So while talented, he's also been very fortunate.
Now, here's Aldridge. No scoring yet from him, but that's
Aldridge with the jump shot. Atlanta just cannot stop San Antonio's offense right now.
You should be winning. They're scoring tremendous efficiency.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
And the Spurs making a change here. Duncan's checked in. Teague, he's checked in for Atlanta. He kicks to Muscala. And so
foul by Duncan.
Foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
Good on both.
And guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the
Atlanta poor getting back on defense.
Still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebound.
The Hawks trail by 8. Outside Teague to the paint. Here's Millsap, and he wills that one in.
Good play by Millsap.
The back iron.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back.
Simmons with the jump shot.
That's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Leonard kicks to Duncan, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. San Antonio shooting their first free throw of the night here. And the technical free throw.
All right, technical there. And the Spurs will get the ball back.
So big for San Antonio in those championship runs, but word on the street was that Spurs coach Greg Popovich didn't always go easy on Tony. He really pushed him to the limit.
Yeah, you know, it started back when Tony was invited to the Spurs.
Kawhi Leonard with the shot there. Spurs up by 11 in the second quarter.
Was really physical with Tony. Really gave him a hard time, and that was really the start of his.
Oh, that was a foul? I was nowhere close to him.
And
Wow, that's interesting.
Relationship with Tony Parker. Pop made the decision to draft Parker.
Wow, I didn't think I was close to him.
But Pop's a perfectionist, and if you're going to play point guard for him, you've got to deliver consistently.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. David West, he's checked in for Aldridge. Ginobili comes in for Kawhi Leonard. It's Mills in for Tony Parker.
Oh, I should have gotten closer.
Checked in for Atlanta. Hardaway comes in for Kent Bazemore. Now here's Teague. Right now averaging about 5 points a game.
Cephalosha should take that shot, and he does.
Shot is good.
And talking about Tony Parker, Pop's tough love with him really paid off. Tony eventually became incredibly consistent, culminating with him being named the Finals MVP back in '07.
The Hawks trail by 8.
Hawks trying to cut in Spurs lead here.
Dishes to Hardaway. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle.
Terrible foul by Patrick Mills.
That's his first foul. Shots taken for Atlanta. Justin Holiday comes in for Cephalosha. Picked by Horford. Teague with a clean look. David West grabs the miss.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been
Man, Patty Mills.
fighting for every loose ball.
Oh, that's a stupid foul by me.
As good as they get on the
That's because I was frustrated with how I
Closer look here at the
did that.
scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, I tell you what, they must have had a good shoot around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing.
6-point lead.
Boris Diaz checked in for the Spurs. Well, the Spurs, Greg, great at home last year. That's not surprising to anyone who's paid attention. We expect that they're just so tough at home year in and year out.
And Kevin, how about going 33-8 at home last season? And despite being a 6th seed, only the Hawks and Warriors, the 2 best records in the league, won more games at home. Hard to imagine you could be a 6th
Final
seed
minute.
with that kind of success.
Manu Ginobili able to get his shot to go.
Man, defense by the Spurs.
By the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Green.
Nice pass by Patty Mills to Danny Green.
Green's got 5.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Nice shooting there.
Good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 6 points, and the
Spurs have led as many as 11.
That's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective.
David West puts it up.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And the foul call.
Oh, Danny Green. Come on, dude.
That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Hawks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season.
Cannot afford to foul. And we
And
fouled.
they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Green with the block, and they're able to recover. And he drains the 3.
Oh!
Let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was
Is that
out of his hand
good?
in time. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials.
Wow, what a shot by Danny Green from past half court.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any
And
calls. And really,
half-court shot.
Take the second look at it. Would have been a shame if they been cheated out of those points.
And that
What a shot by Danny Green at half court. Spurs lead by 9 going into the second half here in San Antonio over the Atlanta Hawks. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Tony Parker.
Tony, a lot of tough play out there in that first half. How would you describe this game so far?
A lot of intensity, very physical. We're playing pretty well, but I'm not very happy the way we finished the first half. We had a good lead, and they came back on us, so in the second half we have to do it again.
Tony, thank you so much. Kevin, a guy who's never satisfied.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
Well, the perimeter shooting is the reason they're ahead. I think we'll probably see more of that in the second half, especially if they can stay hot. Man, that's so hot, I gotta take my suit off.
Talk to me, Kenny. How did you think Atlanta played?
They need to look into areas where they can gain an advantage. Rebounding is largely a hustle stat. Right now, they're getting out-rebounded. They need to commit to changing that. Those extra opportunities afforded by better rebounding are key for them to win tonight.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
Leonard playing extremely well. 10 points and a block.
All right, guys. So here we are in the second half.
And the Spurs with possession here. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Aldridge out there with Duncan. And it's Parker in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Duncan. And it's going to be two.
Duncan couldn't get the shot there.
Can't be any surprise to you that Tim Duncan, folks, last year became the leading rebounder of all active players, passed up Kevin Garnett for that honorable distinction. We're talking 15,000 rebounds total over 18 seasons.
Getting back to Duncan's rebounding, he's always had the great size and wingspan and timing, and he really positions himself well for those rebounds.
Atlanta trying to stay close in this one. San Antonio has just been more efficient from the field. Beautiful pass by Parker. Danny Green, 8 points. Of course, that big three at the end of the first half.
After the basket by San Antonio. Kicks to Bazemore. Picked by Horford. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. Another three for Atlanta.
Wow, good shot. Cephalosha got the lead down to 7 here.
Now he's able to make him pay.
Parker passes to Duncan. To the middle, here's Aldridge. That's good. And
Aldridge puts it up. San Antonio back ahead by 9.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Timeout, Atlanta.
Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Well, no way to argue it. Tim Duncan, Clark has been a winner his whole career. He's sharp mentally, and he's got the great tenacity on the floor. Only the greats have those qualities.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think media members still underestimate his will to win. You don't do what he's done without a real laser-focused approach.
Doris Burke has some information.
Nice defense.
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He told the team
Jet Team block team foul.
Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half.
Kawhi Leonard with the Thunder's jam. Kawhi Leonard with 12 points in this game.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard. You know, interesting, guys, to illustrate Duncan and how he just wins. I mean, Spurs went 8-10 in December of 2014. That marked only the third.
Kawhi Leonard with the 3.
For Tim Duncan. His consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Bazemore. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Atlanta again.
And if Atlanta can't hit shots, it's gonna be a long game for them.
Says a lot about both him and his
still
team.
there.
I mean, he has been the leader of this Spurs franchise since day one and deserves all the praise you can give him.
That's good.
Timeout, San Antonio.
Cephalosha's got 5 points now in the quarter.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay. And Kent Bazemore, the long-armed lefty out of Old Dominion, where he was the Division I Defensive Player of the Year back in 2011, a 5-year senior He
Parker.
graduated with 2 degrees, one in criminal justice, the other in human services.
The Spurs making a switch here. Simmons is checked in.
Oh, cool. Why got fouled by Bazemore?
Schroeder's checked in. And Bazemore grew up in a small town, Helford, North Carolina. Quite less than 300 people.
And a very tight-knit community, as you might expect, Kevin. His uncle owned the local diner, and you see that in his demeanor. Very social, a humble guy. He's really a nice presence in the locker room.
Mills, he's checked in for Tony Parker. And a change for the Hawks. Hardaway's checked in for Thabo Sefolosha. Now here's Hardaway. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Aldridge.
You know, so many games are decided by which team.
Oh, they were going to block me.
And that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark,
Patty Mills
the glass
got the bounce.
but it's also
Man, that was a bounce for 3.
that's made a difference.
Spurs up by 18.
Knocks it loose.
Oh, Kawhi Leonard with the steal.
By himself.
He jams it. And San Antonio pulling away from Atlanta right now.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Beautiful for Atlanta.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
And Mills kicks to Aldridge. And
Oh, Aldridge.
To the line.
Hard.
Saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Clark, one thing about the Hawks last year is they were very strong on the road, as you could have guessed.
Yeah, but Kevin, they struggled a little bit down the stretch on the road, but still managed to have the best road record in the East.
We're still ahead by 19.
Right, Mike Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. And Justin Holiday is subbed in for Kent Bazemore. And Horford, here we go, can't hit. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home.
Oh.
And how about that road record for the Hawks? 25-16 last season. 9 of those wins came during that 19-game winning streak.
Oh, that was a hard foul.
Boy, you look
Man, that was a foul.
They seem to be built to play on the road because they can survive a player having an off game. They're so deep and versatile. Team basketball is a lot less.
Atlanta just cannot get nothing going.
And Mike Scott, a former second-round draft pick who has carved out a role here in the NBA the last 2 seasons, Clark. He was a major contributor off the bench.
Yeah, he's a bit of a tweener, you know, not big enough to
Here we
maintain
go.
position down low on a consistent basis and not quick enough to really be a 3-man or small forward. But what he can do is get to the basket, rebound okay, and knock down the deep shot.
They kick it out to Green. The 3 from Mills. And it's good.
Spurs ahead by 21, coming to the end of the 3rd quarter.
A lot of these buckets right now, Kevin, that's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. And here's Schroeder. Outside Holiday. And he gets it.
Man, that was a good shot.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows.
All right, here we go. San Antonio leads 58-40 at the end of the 3rd quarter.
Spurs lead by 18. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. The 4th quarter might not come down to the wire, but you never know.
Atlanta just hasn't been able to get nothing going.
The Hawks trail by 18. Okay, now as we set our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the court.
Atlanta's hit some big shots, but they just. Oh, can somebody of the Spurs break loose?
And it's T in at the 2 spot.
Oh, Anderson with the jam.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big time play.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Pass to Muscala.
Duncan all over him.
And there's the 3-second.
Oh, Yes, got him for all 6 offense in 3 seconds. And Atlanta just frustrated playing right now.
A different look now for San Antonio. Aldridge comes in for David West. And it's Kawhi Leonard in for Anderson. And then for Atlanta, Millsap comes in for Muscala. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Dennis Schroeder. Parker against Teague. Shot clock at 3. Parker dishes to Duncan. And it's off from 3-point range. The Hawks trail by 20.
That was a bad possession.
Teague, the pass to Millsap. Teague's it to Bazemore. Hawks passing it around. Here's Scott. The shot is off. Nice D from Duncan. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
Oh, bad pass by Timmy, by Tony Parker there. And Atlanta's going to call a timeout.
Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for San Antonio. Al Horford is checked in for the Hawks. It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, and they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although, had they won the last game, instead of being the 6th, they would have been the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
He's looking for Teague and finds him. Poke loose and stolen by Aldridge. Leonard attacking, and there's the pass to Parker. Aldridge, no one around him, and the call will be against.
Oh, Tony, come on, dude.
That's foul number 2 for him. The Hawks trail by 20. Outside Teague, and the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, San Antonio. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Pass to Cephalosha. He dishes it to Millsap. Shot clock at 6. A terrific shot on the turnaround.
Nice shot by Millsap.
Against the Clippers, the Spurs didn't have home court advantage. I mean, ended up playing a big part in that series. They ended up losing in Game 7 in Staples with some questionable timekeeping, but that's not why they lost.
The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the.
Oh, we haven't scored both.
Passes to Bazemore. Teague against Ginobili. Here's Bazemore. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really
Kawhi Leonard,
rebounding numbers.
22
What
points.
I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how
San Antonio calls the timeout.
Huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
So at the 2-minute mark here in the 4th quarter.
Rebound, Atlanta. Millsap's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Teague with the ball. Picked up by Ginobili. He had a nice open look right there.
Nice shot by Millsap.
13 points for Paul
Both
Millsap.
teams. Atlanta just down. Oh, come on, really? I did not say a word.
And taking the technical
Jesus,
is the
man.
last thing you want to do.
Wow, I cannot believe that.
Smart basketball.
And a moment here to take
I did not say a word.
For the Spurs. They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off.
That's amazing.
At all.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
Parker's shot is off.
Parker, okay, guys, come on now. Let's don't get slouched.
You just had a feeling that one wasn't going to fall.
And stolen by Aldridge.
And so just rolling to the finish line now, and what has been a very
Kawhi Leonard with another 3.
Clark, the differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and also helped to get more guys
And
involved.
the benches are coming out for both teams.
Just by moving the ball like that, and there was no answer for it.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game.
What a game by the Spurs.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to
oh.
drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Oh, Kawhi Leonard!
In transition, here comes San Antonio. Feeds to Aldridge. Leonard kicks to Parker. Millsap against Duncan. And that one comes up a bit short.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Puts up the and the foul call on Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard got nailed.
Second foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Hardaway for 3, and the shot is good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Spurs have just dominated this game.
The screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
It doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. The San Antonio Spurs
Schroeder kicks to Hardaway, and he banks in the
will win this game by 11, but they were up as many as 22 points.
Is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally.
But it doesn't matter. The San Antonio Spurs are the winners.
I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
And so
Spurs dominated the second half of this game.
Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the side. Doris?
David, this was a game not for the faint of heart. How did you guys play through the physicality?
Yeah, you know, it's a bunch of smart guys in this locker room. You know, guys know time and place. You know, we want to be aggressive, but also want to be smart with it. So, you know, the game got a little chippy, but by that time we had a good lead.
Congratulations, David. Kevin, over to you.
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight. Kenny, what did you think?
He was up to every single challenge he faced tonight. He was in such control of the ball game. His showcase of his skill set was awesome.
I don't know what got into him tonight. Whew. He caught the scoring bug and was just pouring it in the paint. That's the kind of offense he's capable of delivering when he sets his mind to it.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
Well, guys, what a dominating performance. We shot 50, ended up shooting 53%. We shot 23 threes. We got to calm that down a little bit, but we were ahead the second half. The second half was kind of even when it all came out. We didn't really do, the third quarter was our strongest quarter. But yeah, guys, it was a dominating game. Let's go ahead and just see what the players. I mean, Kawhi Leonard had a spectacular game. 25 points. He was 9 of 10 from the elbow shooting the ball. Danny Green 10 points. Patty Mills 8. Aldridge 6. Simmons 4. Parker only had 3 points in this game. Ginobili only 3. Duncan with 3. And the Spurs still find a way to somehow win these games. And so yeah, Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the 17th game of the NBA season. The San Antonio Spurs defeated the Atlanta Hawks 66-55. In the near future, for the 18th game of the regular season, I did not see who I would be playing against, and that's okay. Thank you guys for viewing this live stream here on YouTube and on PlayStation 4. You guys on YouTube and on PlayStation 4, you guys can find me at YouTube at HOWTONEVOLUTION, just like you can find me at HOWTONEVOLUTION on PlayStation, on PSN, PlayStation 4, PS3. And even if you guys are Xbox guys and you're turning it on YouTube, HOWTONEVOLUTION as well. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. For those that view the live stream, or for those that are just going to end up watching the game eventually, thank you again. Please hit the like button, leave your comments below, and please subscribe to me, HOWTONEVOLUTION, for more NBA 2K16 with the San Antonio Spurs Season 1. I'll probably do one season, but Season 1 with the San Antonio Spurs. So far, we're the best team in the Western Conference. I believe I am now 12-5. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you for the 18th game of the regular season. I'm HOWTONEVOLUTION. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys later.